Peter Bassey is a strategic leader, educator, and advocate for digital literacy and skills development across Africa. With over 6 years of experience driving business growth and digital transformation, he combines expertise in marketing strategy, analytics, and technology-driven empowerment to unlock opportunities for individuals and organizations. Through global programs such as Udacity's Digital Marketing Nano Degree, Google's Digital Skills for Africa, and Meta's Boost with Facebook, Peter has trained and mentored more than 2,000 individuals and small business owners, equipping them with the tools to actively participate and thrive in the digital economy. He has championed inclusion by supporting undeserved communities, including coaching 250 female entrepreneurs in Nigeria and Sudan through TechQuest Female Entrepreneurship Support Program. Recognizing the urgent demand for future-ready skills, Peter founded Skillverse, an edtech company delivering practical AI and data training designed to reskill employees, empower leaders, and transform workplace culture for the future of work. Beyond his professional work, Peter is deeply committed to sustainability and youth empowerment. As creator of the Global Shapers Lagos Hub, he contributes to initiatives such as the Plastic Free Lagos Challenge and the Youth Guidance Initiative, mentoring students towards sustainable career paths. Peter aligns his work with the UN Sustainable Development Goals, particularly in education, decent work, and economic growth. His life's mission is centered on leveraging knowledge and innovation to create scalable solutions that drive shared prosperity across Africa.
Morning, church. Please let's have our seats. I will never be the same. I've touched you. Life must change. I will never be the same. I've touched your grace. My life must change. Oh, my prayer, I think 10 years ago, sometime in a very small room in Area F in Zaria. And I would say that to an extent, God has been faithful. Is that someone's prayer this morning? Trust God that prayer would be answered. Amen. Do we have the slides up? Oh, I should. Oh, okay, fantastic. Thank you. Morning, everybody. So we've had phenomenal sessions. I have such a short time, but God will help me. Let's just move into the presentation straight. All right. So the goal of AI training is not to make you an AI expert. We're not here to make you experts or to ask you to build the next ChatGPT or the next Claude. All right. The goal of this training is to make you an expert at using AI to do your job 10 times faster. Next slide. What will we be looking at? Prompt engineering, how you can build your AI content flow, AI for career and business, and etc. Next slide. Let's go. All right, recap from yesterday. Next slide. Yesterday, we talked about rise of the machines. AI is coming. And we told you that, next slide, there is nothing new under the sun. This has been happening from the year 1928, 1940, 1956. Next slide. Good. We also talked about the universal pattern, that when a technology arrives, the first thing that leaders do is they already see it, they are informed about it, but they begin to dismiss it. And what now happens is that the market is going to shift regardless. And then the leaders now begin to react and it's too late. But we always have those people who disrupt. Next slide. Talked about the timeline for every disruption. Can we remember? The first one is what? What happens during the early phase? Something new appears, right? And we talked about the fact that most people are going to ignore that technology. Then we moved to the growth phase. We talked about early adopters benefiting. What's the next one? Tipping point. That's when suddenly that technology becomes essential in your company. And then we move to the last phase, which is what? New normal. Next slide. Great. We talked about the fact that there are people here who would say, oh, this thing that we're talking about, it's for tech people. My job does not need it. I'm not a tech person. I'm not a social media person. Right? Next slide. Good. We now just narrowed it to where we are right now in the world. And that is between the growth phase and the tipping point. And I remember that I mentioned that we are now in that space where even at our own end as young people, we are really discovering these technologies. Even the guys who are building these technologies are also using us to learn. Do you remember? Next slide. Good. Data and AI are not hype. They are the new baseline. Next slide. We talked about, remember this graph? Where we said that, look at all of the technologies that we've had in the world. TikTok was the most recent. It took over 9 months, just 9 months for TikTok to hit 100 million users. But remember, we saw that ChatGPT took them how many months? So you cannot ignore this technology. Next slide. We also looked at the World Economic Forum's reports, where we looked at the fact that the top 10 fastest growing skills by 2030, the AI and big data, networking and cybersecurity, technological literacy, creative thinking, resilience, curiosity, leadership, talent management. Next slide. Good. We looked at, the whole landscape of jobs, right? And how that AI is going to disrupt all of this. Next slide. Every day. So we're going into this quickly. Every day, you're interacting with data. So when you check, for example, you check your Google Maps. In Lagos, we do it a lot where maybe if I finish from work and I'm trying to get back home, I immediately just check my Google Maps. Good to see you. I immediately just check my Google Maps and I can see that it's going to take me 20 minutes or 30 minutes to get back home. I'm trying to interact with data. So these are just examples where you track fitness, where you even engage on social media, you analyze the kind of content that is working. You're actually engaging with data. Next slide. All right. So data is pretty much not mathematics, not scary formulas, not all of those abstract things. Yeah. You're not going to learn something foreign. You're literally learning what you're already doing, but you're going to learn how to do it faster and better. Amen. Next slide. I know that there have been a couple of definitions, but this is just simply how to define data. Raw, unprocessed facts, raw, unprocessed figures that you can analyze that and present it, that you can make a decision out of. So for instance, remember I gave that example of using Google Maps. So if I look at Google Maps and Google Maps shows me that the distance from my office to my home is going to take me 5 hours. What do you think I would do with that data? I would say, okay, can I wait back at the office, right? So that the traffic can reduce. Does that make sense? So the goal of every data is for you to be able to make an informed decision. Next slide. Hey, media, you have to help me. Examples of data, you have your sales numbers. What is the department that is making the most sales? What product is making the most sales? What region is making the most sales? What month of the year am I seeing the biggest sales? Is it during Black Friday campaign? Is it during Valentine's Day campaign? So you have sales, you have customer feedback. What are people needing? So you can actually, so you see, I'm already trying to bring out some very simple data points. I did not put any Excel sheets on this so you don't get confused, right? So these are simple things that you could look at and in your own business begin to make decisions. Time tracking. Where are the bottlenecks? Survey results. What do people think about this, my idea? So the Lord has given you an idea and you are very passionate about it. Can you create a little Excel form, a little Google form and say, just put it within friends and family and try to get what their thoughts are. Website analytics. Next slide. Now, where data literacy lies is between, first of all, understanding what data is all about, which we have looked at. Now, collecting and managing that data, and then communicating that data. So we communicate data through different ways, visualization tools, which I'm not going to pretty much bore you with. But next slide. Now, I know that we've done a phenomenal job about defining what AI is, right? So we know right now that AI is not Terminator. Amen? AI is not job stealer. All right? I'm sure that the speakers have done a remarkable job. So just no, next slide. Let's keep going. So please, when you hear AI is not a terminator. It's just anything that you can use, the tools that learn patterns and then help you work better and faster. Just very basic, because I think the instructors have done a remarkable job already. Next slide. Great. Now somebody's asking, how do I get started? Because I'm more about education and knowledge. Now there are foundations to all of this. There are intermediate skills and the advanced skills. I always encourage that you start from the foundations. Don't say that you're living here and you want to go and start learning machine learning and algorithms. That vision that the Lord has given to you will frustrate yourself. Please start from the rudiments. Try to understand from the basics. Understand what AI is. Understand what data is. Then you move into certain tools like Excel. Excel is a very remarkable tool for data analysis. Power BI. These are basic. Don't go and say, I want to start learning Python. Python will Pythonize your life. I'm not trying to be, do you understand what I'm saying? Please always start from the basics. Go for the milk, the sincere milk of what? That's what scripture said. Go for the basics. Foundations. Then as you begin to grow and evolve, you can now begin to handle the heftier matters. Next slide. Great. So we start proper into the discussion for this afternoon or this morning, this afternoon. Let's go, guys. Prompt engineering. So when it comes to prompt engineering, I have 5 things that I put. It's systematic. There are 5 pillars that I use when I generate my prompts, right? The first one is to tell AI the role. Somebody say the role. I have an example there and I say, just tell AI exactly what expert you want it to be. How many of us have ChatGPT? Great. So please, as if you could just follow as we're doing this, it would really help. Right? So when you start with a prompt, 5, first, think about the role. So you tell AI, act as what? A Nigerian digital marketing consultant with 10 years of FMCG experience. So before you even start dealing with AI tools, you need to know what you want to achieve. If, for instance, you want to create a content, we would look at it. You want to create a content calendar for a business, right? You need to first of all understand what business, what industry is that business in? Is it in manufacturing? Is it in transportation? Is it in logistics? Then you start first by telling AI, I want you to act as this. What that does for you is it gives AI the depth and the perspective. That is why some of us use ChatGPT till date and we are not getting the results that we get. Immediately someone tells me I'm prompting, and I look at your framework and I can point already. So, act as a Nigerian digital marketing consultant, 10 years of experience. The next thing is the task. What do you want it to do? Write me a 3-paragraph WhatsApp broadcast to announce my new product. The next thing is what? Context. Now you have to give it details. So for instance, I'm trying to target a local skincare range for who? Nigerian women from the ages of 22 to 40. So it's also not enough that you know your business, you know your industry. You also need to have some understanding of your target market. So who are you trying to target? Somebody will tell me that my business is for everybody. So you have to know who you're trying to target. What is the context? The next thing is format. So do you want it in under 80 words? Do you want it with a casual, a friendly, a corporate tone? What kind of tone do you know? What tonality do you want? You need to tell it. And then there's this thing I have noticed that ChatGPT will always bring hyphen, dash. I say I did not send you. So tell it, no hyphenation or dashes. Does that make sense? Am I helping someone? And then tell them I want a CTA. CTA is like a call to action. So when my customer sees this, my WhatsApp broadcast, what is the next step that they should take? Usually I teach 4 steps up until recently, where I realized that you can also look at what your competition is doing. And if what your competition is doing is making sense and it's bringing your competition results, just take it and tell AI, see, Here is a previous message that worked well. You don't need to tell AI that is your competitor. Guys, I'm trying to teach you how to hack this system. Don't look at me like that. It's not a sin now. Pastor, help me. They are looking at me as if you are not stealing. Guys, you want results and you want results fast, right? Identify a person, a business, and someone who is leading in that industry and come to her and say, look, here is what's an example of someone who is doing well. And then you push it. Someone try this with ChatGPT. We are going to be moving fast, so I don't have time. Hey. So, role, task, context, format, and what? Next slide. Great. Now, what's the idea of a weak prompt versus a strong prompt? A weak prompt is write me a CV. Terrible. A strong prompt is remember what we said? Action. Can you see it? Act as a professional CV writer. For a Nigerian job seeker, rewrite the following CV for a role. Let's say you are trying to apply for a marketing role. For a marketing position at a Lagos, if you even have the name of the company, put the name of the company there. Then tell AI, highlight transferable skills, and then use a clean ATS. So when it comes to jobs and interviews, HRs will tell you there is this tool or this technology that they use to filter CVs. So sometimes your CV does not even get to them, even if you submit it. That's why I have this last line as a caveat. Use a clean ATS friendly format. And then put your CV that you have used up until today, man. And then you give it to AI. And then find out what will happen. Another good example, social media post. Quick prompt to be, write a social media post for my fashion business. Terrible. Act as a social media manager for a Lagos SME. Write 3 Instagram caption options for a small fashion brand in Ilorin. Now, look at what I did. I was intentional. Act as what? A social media for where? For Lagos. Because you need to have some form of competition or some form of someone that you are looking to that is doing it exceptionally well. So, write 3 for my own brand, Ilorin. I'm launching a new Ankara collection this weekend. I need to drive what? DMs. I need to drive WhatsApp. Remember we said CTA, call to action. It should be under 60 words. We have another example. Give me business ideas. No. Act as a Nigerian startup expert. You can even say, act as the CEO of Wora Collections. Next slide, please. I hope you got this. Fantastic. Next, okay, great. Now I just have different prompt examples. For instance, we looked at career, right? Act as a career coach for Nigerian graduates. I am a graduate of XYZ course from XYZ school. Write 5 ways I can use AI tools to get hired faster. Business. Act as a Nigerian business consultant. I need you to write a simple 1-pager business plan for this business type, targeting this customer in this city, and include a revenue model for my first 3 steps. And there are so many examples that you just look at when you get home. Next slide. Great. Second point, building your AI content workflow. Let's go, guys. Fantastic. So this is if you want to build a content calendar for your business. The first thing you want to do is find your brief. Find your brief. So you tell AI, act as a social media strategist. You include the type of business. I run a catering business in Ilorin. My audience are young people or young couples or people who are looking to celebrate their birthday in XYZ month. The goal for me is to get more customers via my Instagram. Give me 3 content pillar things that I should post about consistently. Remember, when Caleb was speaking yesterday, he said, one of the things that you should use AI to do remarkably is brainstorming. It's phenomenal at brainstorming, right? So you put that. You want to generate a content calendar. So from this prompt, you now continue. Using these 3 pillars, I need you to create a 7-day Instagram content calendar. For each day, topic, caption should be under 60 words. I need up to 5 hashtags. Recommend to me the best posting time and let it be authentic to the Nigerian culture. Now, for each of these 7 posts, write a simple brief describing what the graphics should look like. I will create that graphic in Canva, but keep the descriptions practical for a small business. Then the next thing is, after that, tell it to write your call to action. And then what do you want people to do? You want them to DM you, you want them to send you messages, or you want them to visit your WhatsApp. Just let AI know. And then also write a link in bio description. And then after that, you want to write a WhatsApp broadcast to your contacts. For instance, write a WhatsApp broadcast to my existing contacts announcing that I am posting consistently on Instagram. Include a reason for them to follow me. And in other words, please make sure that it is personal and it's conversational. Does this help us? Please, no more poor prompting. Don't come back to me and tell me I put it in ChatGPT and ChatGPT. Once I see your prompts, I'll just give you minus 10 points. Next slide. Fantastic. So what does your AI toolkit look like? I think the speakers have done phenomenal jobs on this. But ChatGPT, I use it. It's like generic, right? So it helps me a lot when I'm writing emails, when I'm writing proposals, when I'm writing essays, when I'm writing captions for my social media posts, scripts, etc. Have Perplexity. Wonderful tool I use when I'm doing a lot of research. It has more, It's more precise than ChatGPT. So during the early days, ChatGPT will just give you very poor references, but Perplexity gives me very, very specific references. In fact, Perplexity now has what you call Perplexity Computer, where the app would literally take control of your laptop. So your passwords, your Gmail, your banking details, and all of that. And all you just need to say is, Perplexity, just book a flight for me for this day, for this time, and it would move. It's called an AI agent. You don't need to touch it. You don't need to do nothing. You're just going to access, these are your banking details. It would go look for the flights, book the flights, book the hotel, send the reservations, do everything, and then send it to your email. It's not the future. It is happening now. Check it. Perplexity Computer. They have already released it. You have Adobe Firefly, you have Otter AI, you have CapCut AI, Canva AI, Claude. I use Claude, phenomenal software. I use Claude to build websites. So right now, there's a track on our program, AI for Web Development, where we teach this extensively. So all you just need to do right now is sit and you say, hi Claude, this is the kind of website that I want to build, blah, 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 blah. And then you'd see a complete website built. They can come and say, in this section, change A, B, C, D, E, blah, blah, blah. Phenomenally well, phenomenal example. If you check our website, skillsvershq.com, that entire website was built using Claude AI. Guys, next slide. All right, AI for career and business growth. Let's go. Next slide. Fantastic. I talked about job seekers. AI is your advantage. I've also mentioned this. You can always paste your CV and the job description. So get the job description of what you want to apply for. But please make sure that you have built capacity competence. Don't go and say, because Peter taught you how to use AI to apply for a job, you now go to a job that you don't, and you go and, I will deny you. Thank God my name is Peter. I was just trying to be... All right. Yeah, but the idea is, and that's why I am pro education and pro skills development. You can see, for every job that you see, you can build yourself in terms of your capacity to be able to handle those jobs. I did not come here, Caleb did not come here by just wishing. Hard work. And the beautiful thing is that you can collapse all of those years, 10, 15 years, into just a few weeks and a few months. All right? Write a confident cover letter. So what I was saying here is that you can get your CV, get that JD, that job description. Usually when a job is posted, there is a description of that job, what it's about. Copy that description. Bring your CV, put it in chats, and say, I need you to tailor my CV to fit this job description. Generate tailored cover letters. You don't need to crack your head. Those days when we used to apply for jobs, I used to have one Google Drive that had a ton of cover letters. So I'll just come, I'll check this one, I'll do, no need for that anymore. So just tell chats, please, make sure that I want you to write a cover letter, do all of that. You can also use AI to prepare for your interview. So you tell it, act as an interview coach or act as a hiring manager for A, B, and C company. Give me the top 10 questions that I can use to prepare myself for this interview. Never walk into an interview blind. Never walk into an interview blind. And you can do this. Before now, you had to pay people to do this. The people who you paid them to review your CV. Guess what's happening to that job? So never go to an interview, no matter how it is, and you are not prepared for it. Have I given you an answer? Just go there. Please act as a hiring manager for the building church. I am applying for their social media manager position. Give me 10, 15 interview questions that would cover behavioral, cover technical, cover everything. And then you see AI will give you. See, it is even so important. It's interesting that AI will even still give you the answers to those questions. LinkedIn. You can write a LinkedIn profile. How many of us are on LinkedIn? How many of us know about LinkedIn? Hey. So LinkedIn is a platform where you can actually get jobs. You have LinkedIn, you have Indeed, you have Jobberman. There are a couple of them. And how I've been able to hack LinkedIn is that if you look at my profile, it is razor sharp. So my about my profile, my like everything is really, and this is how I achieved it, right? So just rewrite my LinkedIn headline, my about us section to attract. Tell it what kind of employers do you want to attract. And then you say make it confident, achievement focused, include keywords that recruiters will be looking for. The first job I got when I came into Lagos in 2018, 2019 was a job with a digital marketing company. And before I got that job, I was just earning like sometimes 10K, sometimes 15K. Sometimes I'll manage social media profiles for some companies and they'll be like, Peter, the Lord bless you. The Lord was blessing me, but it was not translated into Naira and Kobo. So I actually used LinkedIn to apply for that job. And it was basically just me sitting down to really optimize my profile. And you can optimize your profile such that recruiters will come to your DM and send you job opportunities. I shared that, I think, 2 years ago when I was here. Next slide. Fantastic. You're a student. You can use AI to understand complex topics. I'm trying to expand it so that you see that it's not just work, it's not just money. Even in your academics, you can take your PDF handout and put it in ChatGPT and say, give me exam questions. Explain A, B, and C topic as if I am a Nigerian student studying in mechanical engineering department. Use simple English, give me examples, and end with points I should remember for my exam. Create your own study guide. Create a comprehensive study guide for X, Y, and Z topic. Include A, B, and C, common exam questions, and answers. You can use it to practice your mock exams. You can use it to your research project. You can use it to start a side what while you are still in. But there is a caveat. Please, Never do Control C, Control V. Some people even Control V the AI. They say, these are blah blah blah. Do you want me to no, no, no. While I'm promoting that, I should please always, we're talking about diligence, right? We're talking about diligence and excellence. There's an excellent spirit on this house. So we are all excellent people, amen? So please always make sure that you don't, just make sure that you look at everything that you've done. You can even try to put in your own uniqueness. All right? The goal of this thing is just to brainstorm for you, all right? Next slide. Fantastic. Business owners, you're not left out. You can use AI for what? Customer communication. You can use it for marketing. You can use it as your operations admin, because AI can now reply to customer inquiries. How do you train your AI to do that? Act as a Nigerian customer service manager. Please write 5 professional WhatsApp reply templates for common questions about my business. So AI can already go ahead and draft different types of questions. Marketing and sales, we've already talked about this. You can use it for your social media. Operations, write a professional service proposal for a client. I did a proposal, so the company in Lagos, they have 55 places, fintech company. And then they reached out to me and they were like, I should share my proposal. By the way, I literally just got started on this, and then people were already reaching out. And they said, Peter, please send us a proposal. I sat down and I prepared the proposal from start to finish. It's going to be a 2-day training and 700,000 wired cash. What did I use? Yeah. For now, I would have tried to go and look for. I would have tried to go and look for someone who does all of those things, but I finished. Next slide. How do you find your first 3 clients? 1, family and business. Family, business, church, mosques. Now you say you are a business person, you have skills, but you don't post about your business. Who is fooling who? You want the business to feed you, but you're not feeding your business. Those are your first networks. Your family, church, your parents, postmates, everyone around you. You also have local businesses with poor social media. The way to move out of poverty and lack is to take the thing by the jugular. Sometimes you don't need to break, just grab the jugular. I can tell you for free because I was there. I was there close to 10, 15 years ago. So I know what it is like to build wealth from zero. No, my own account was reading minus. I lived in church. I slept in church. I learned Yoruba songs. Arewa, toju arewa lo. I did not even know what I was singing, but because I was living in church, I had to be in the choir. I had to learn those songs, even if I didn't know what the songs meant. Yeah, me. Next slide. Great. Next slide. Let's go. I almost finished. How do you get income in the next 30 days? I really hope that someone can take this and change their lives. Week 1, just sign into ChatGPT, no pressure. Spend a few minutes, just those things that we've talked about today, just put it inside. It's not like you're doing anything serious. Day 2, pick something that you think you can offer. It could be social media, it could be writing, anything. Time. Day 3, create a Canva portfolio. Day 5, put into ChatGPT and try to see how you can, write your pitch messages. Day 6, day 7, begin to reach out to people. DM people, walk up to people. Back then when I was in ABU, I got the first contract to manage the ABU Microfinance Bank. And he did not come to me by coming to me. I walked in and I talked about this. If there's anything that I want you to go home with, the only way you can change your life is when you make a decision. And you have to decide. All right? Walk up to businesses. Walk up to people. Have week 2 there. Agree on your project. Deliver your work. Have week 3. Have week 4. Just take it one day at a time. Someone taught me something and he said that success is not a destination, it is a progressive realization of a worthy goal. What that means is that if you set yourself that for the first 30 days you are going to make 10,000, 20,000, and you do that every single day, you're already learning the basic principles of success. Because it's progress. It is one step. It's one step. It's not, I have now become Peter Bassey. I have my own business. I have how many millions? That's not success. Those are the proofs of success. Next slide. Next slide. Great. Your 30, your personal plan prompts this. As this coach, we talked about this. I am this years old. I am this student. These are my skills. If you don't even know where you want to start from, just put it there. Oh, I have these skills. I know how to talk. All right. I'm not saying programming or anything. Just basics. The first skill that I ever had was to learn how to speak, how to communicate. I came out from a place where it was really devastating. Job, my dad lost his job, everything. And I came out from a very, very soft life. So my story was not from grass. Is it grass to grace? It was from grace to grass. So for me, there was no skill, no poultry farming, no goats farming, no nothing. So to you, you may be saying, I don't have a skill. I've gone through that. I'm proof. I'm living proof. So start from what you feel like, the things that you can do. Some of you can dance. Some of you can speak. Like the basic things. Am I speaking to someone? These are the skills that I have. These are the amount of hours that I have every week. This is my goal. I want to earn X. Phenomenal how the first one of the winning mindsets I attended with Pastor Jimmy was speaking. And he said, write your first goal of the money that you will make, that will make you financially free. And I remember that first time I wrote 150,000. I don't know, 150. You know, when I look at it, I'm like, Jesus. But the point is that you have to be very clear about, you see, especially our people, we don't like to talk about money. And that's why I appreciate that our man of God is here. So after now, he will bring you into that realm. Because we need funds to finance the kingdom. Imagine that pastor did not have the funds to fly. You think it was prayer and fasting that brought us here? No, guys. You know, and that's why I really, really respect him, because he gives you a 360-degree meal. So while you are praying and all of that, he will balance it with digital, balance it with... Please, if you are celebrating the man of God, please celebrate him. All right? So, thank you. So once you've achieved this, please take a screenshot of what you want to do. Send it to yourself. I always say, also send it to a friend. For some of you, the problem that you have is your friends, and God is going to deliver you today. You cannot see. For you to go far, there is a proverb that says, if you want to be an eagle, do not fly with vultures. Don't be me talker. So look for someone, an accountability partner, someone that can keep you accountable within the next 7 days, and tell him or tell her, this is what I want to do. Please keep me updated, keep me accountable. And then when you're done that, from tomorrow, I want to already begin to see plan 1. I don't like talk. I like action. Next slide. Great. So where do you begin? Just wrapping up. Like I said, I run an education business, and this is pretty much very highly subsidized. Usually, back in Lagos, you have trainings for over... I attended a training last year, data analysis training, and it cost me over 350K. And while I was attending that training, I was already seeing models that were being released that was making everything I was learning validated. That actually was what made me to start this. So everything that we do is training you how to excel in 4 tracks. So we have 4 specific tracks: content creation, web development, digital marketing, data analysis. This is how much it costs. But then next slide, because of IKDS, I'm giving a 50% off. So you could just visit the link and then scan this. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I'm done with my presentation.
To listen to more messages, like, subscribe, and turn on notification.